Hello there, YouTube. This is Mr. Gibson Guy. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for stopping by. If you haven't done already, hit the like button and subscribe. Love to get a few more subscribers in here. And thank you for watching this. I hope you find this an insightful video. Today, I'm going to be doing a side-by-side tabletop comparison of the Olympus OM-2n and the Olympus OM-2 spot program. Now, these cameras, I'll try to make a sense of their history and about these two cameras. The OM-2n is a very popular camera today for people looking back at film cameras and wanting to recapture the glorious days of film, and I am enjoying it all the time. The OM-2s is kind of an afterthought, and I see that the OM-2s these days tends to go for a lower price than the OM-2n, and it's probably overall a better camera. But let me go over how we got the OM-2n and then how the OM-2s model kind of evolved from it. Okay, the Olympus OM-2, not the N, but just the OM-2, first appeared in 1975 as the automatic exposure alternative to the manual exposure OM-1, which had appeared in 1972. This camera was updated in 1979 to the what we know as the OM-2n model, and it was small improvements, but all of them were really called for. That's when the camera really hit its own stride, was the OM-2n. Now, this is kind of interesting. Watch this, what happened. In 1983, Olympus introduced the OM-3 and the OM-4. The next year, in 1984, Olympus again updated the OM-2 to the OM-2 SP, or spot program. The control layout followed the earlier model, plus a program setting and provision for spot metering. Let's take a look here at the top. Okay, the OM-2 had a setting for auto, a brief hold for battery check, off, and a manual setting. This in the same thing. Here's a film rewind, and here we pull up for the battery check, and watch this. See that? That's battery check. Then below that, it is in program mode. Click down one click and it's in auto, and then click to the bottom and it's for manual and spot metering. So you can do both of those. So it's very similar control layout. On the other side, it's got the ASA dial that you lift and put in there, and your exposure, over and under exposures right here and here. On the front, just like on the OM-1, there's a rewind knob that you twist here. And the OM-2s, that was replaced with a rewind button that you push here that says a letter R on it, just like they had the letter R here. So they're pretty similar. No hot shoe on that. Let's see. One of the weaknesses of the previous OM-2s was the all-electric shutter. Following the OM-4 and following the OM-4, the OM-2s included mechanical shutter speeds, just like the OM-4 had, of 1/60th of a second end bulb. So it would do those shutter speeds. The S model would do those, but the OM-2, if the battery was dead, you're going home. You're not taking a picture. The OM-2s also, since it came out after the OM-3 and OM-4, the OM-2s turned out to be more of an OM-4 than an OM-2. It's much more about what the camera that just immediately preceded it. It was supposed to outdate it, but they kept it around a little bit longer. The mechanical self-timer, like that, was replaced with a red LED and a piezo beeper that fortunately can be canceled. The OM-2s also had a fixed hot shoe, like the OM-3 and OM-4 did. The OM-2, of course, was like the OM-1 and had a removable hot shoe. I have it removed right here. Don't put it on too much. The OM-2s has a vertical LCD screen on the left side of the viewfinder, similar to the LCD screen found across the bottom of the viewfinder on the OM-4. So it's over here, and it comes, this is a little window that lets light in to illuminate the screen inside here, inside the head, the pentaprism. The OM-4 has this window up here over the name Olympus, and it lights a vertical down at the bottom, horizontal LCD that shows what your settings are in the viewfinder. But that's the mirror for it. Also, there's a little button to the side here you can press, and that lights up that LCD for 15 seconds. I think I put that in here, yeah. There, yeah, small button, there it is, it says so. Okay, spot metering on the spot program. The spot metering is available only in the manual mode on the OM-2s. There is no provision for multiple spot averaging, which is fine by me. I don't really care for that. So to get spot metering to this, you can set it on there and you have it in manual. So once you set it for that little circle in the middle of the viewfinder, that 2% screen. And that's where your viewfinder works on spot. Otherwise, it's kind of area averaging, like most cameras. And if you ask me, when they talk about this real fancy multiple spot area averaging meter, I think it's just a tricky way of just having an overall averaging on your full screen instead of just a spot meter setting. So to me, the OM-2s is the only kind of spot metering that I would want to have, and that is so I can set it to that little button and just use it, that area, for the metering and leave it on there, because it's in manual anyway. It's not going to change until I reset the setting. So the OM-2, oh yes, I'll show you this. See if we can see this. The OM-2 is known because it has this little, getting in the light here. Where's the light? Can't see it. There's a little B lock, which is a little button that you slide down here. That same lock is on here. What that is it allows you to how do you say it? It's when you use a lens cap, or if you press the shutter button accidentally on an OM-2, when you have a lens cap on it, it's going to meter out to 120 seconds, and that kind of freezes everything up there. You can use that button there to switch your speeds to the B setting, and that will reset the mirror and everything, so you can just go on to your next setting. And they included that here. Some people have complained about problems with the OM-2s eating up batteries, because it needs to be on silver oxide batteries. And also, when it's not in use, you want to use that button so that you can set your shutter speed is locked here. So you can set your shutter speed all the way to 1/60th or to B, which is marked in red on this one. And you can go up there And now I put it onto, it's on 1 second. There it's on 1/60th of a second, and that's a mechanical speed. And one more, and then it's on B. On B, or 1/60th, that completely disconnects the battery from everything, so your battery won't go down because of any specific battery drain. There won't be any of it. So as long as you keep your OM-2s on B when you're not using it, you won't have any problem with your batteries. And that solves that problem, or at least it does on mine anyway. So the OM-2n was a wonderful camera, but the OM-2s is an OM-2n that's got a couple of nice extra features added to it. And maybe you really like the look without the little hot shoe on the back. This is kind of looking like everybody else, and this was very distinctive looking. We had the removable shoe, but that little plastic shoe also, it tightens down into this hole, and it's got two other little holes behind it. You put the pins in, but that little plastic thing does not support a flash unit very well, and most of the time they can crack and break, and then you have to go search around try to find another hot shoe. Whereas one that's fixed on there is going to be on there to stay, and it's going to hold everything up. So if you love the OM-2n, it's a very great camera, but consider also the OM-2s. You might find you'll like it even better. The more I get used to this OM-2s, the more I like it better than the OM-2n, which has been my favorite camera for decades. So I hope you found this useful. If you have any tips or something else you'd like to talk about with the OM-2s and the OM-2n, leave a comment. You're welcome to do that. Thanks for watching, and I will see you on the next one. This is Mr. Gibson Guy out.